Where do I start? They say life imitates art. I'm trying to paint a picture. Paint a picture that's licking you scripture. I ain't just another nigga. Another nigga with a dream. It seems we finally made him all believe. A dream to be the reason we come to achieve. The life that we would all kill for, even die for. High score, so sick, so sick. Sick and tired of these little kids talking grown shit.
Before we went away to vacation, and my youngest, I don't know, this is after we got back. My youngest learned how to ride while we were away for the first time without training wheels.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
she's like zooming around the yard now.
Oh God.
And my mother-in-law was like, told her to slow down. Like, I wasn't outside when she told her to do it, and she was crying because she didn't want to have to ride slow. And then I was thinking, like, is that a gender thing? Like, because I remember being at the campground and seeing boys in the rain zooming. I could hear their dad saying, go fast, and I'm like, these guys are maniacs. It's raining and they're just jumping in puddles and mud, and the dad's cheering them on. And I'm like, would that be different? Like, would people be saying to my son, slow down? I think maybe they would.
You think so?
I think sometimes I do.
Did anyone tell those little boys to slow down?
Hell no.
I was gonna say, it sounds like...
I'm just wondering if that's just my mother-in-law being concerned in general.
I don't know.
Or if it was a gender thing. So I would be interested to maybe ask Natasha's brother if, like, he was told to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How you guys feel about these jams in the background? Should we keep them on?
It's kind of sweet though.
Should we keep them on? Should we turn them on? This is the playlist I listen to when I do everything. If I'm working, if I'm sitting, relaxing, it's just like lo-fi, chill hop.
Yeah,
Spotify.
It's jazzy. It's
I'm
good.
liking it.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
I think I need to do more of this kind of stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Just have that kind of like ambient music, not just
with the incense burning.
Yeah, because I don't do that typically. I think it's kind of nice to just mellow out like that.
Mm-hmm.
No lyrics to distract you when you're trying to concentrate on your work.
That's what it is. That's what it is for me.
Mm-hmm.
If there's words and I can hear words and I know the words, I'm gonna sing the words in my head. And if I'm singing the words in my head, I'm not reading whatever it is.
Oh, and then you read the same sentence like 4 times.
What's the point of doing that?
Right.
No, I'm not doing that.
I used to put deep house music on back in the day for the same reason. But then it got to the point where I was like, I don't really like this beat. Skip. I don't like it. So then I'm still distracted.
You're waiting for the next tune.
Yeah.
Waiting to like, do I feel it yet? Do I feel it yet?
Yeah, I like this song. I'll work now. It's like, that's not really helping. It's not the point.
No, you're not supposed to be DJing while you're working.
No.
You're supposed to just rock out. No, man. I feel you. Yo, I'm over here like cheesing right now. Not just because I'm eating Cheetos. I'm done eating Cheetos though. Yo, I miss you guys.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
I know, yeah. Gee,
Yo.
It's been weird. Yeah.
I have felt. Oh man. All right, so I got my Instagram back when I went to Toronto.
Yeah, I just noticed that. That's right. It's back.
You gave in. How long was it? How long were you sober for?
To
the hour.
It was probably like, I feel like it was like 2 or 3 months. No, 2 months.
No.
Wow,
Was it
that's
2
impressive.
months? Was it 2 months maybe?
Someone go back and check the episode.
Yeah, somebody. I'm telling you, I feel like it was.
Jeez.
I feel like it was. Honestly, man. And somebody go back and check. If I'm wrong, then let me know, because my math is bad. I was only good at math when I was a young boy. I don't use math as much. Well, I guess what I'm doing more math because I'm over here counting these dollar bills. Dollar bills, baby. What were you just saying?
You're talking about Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Yeah, I have my Instagram back because I felt like I had a lot of shit I wanted to say, and we had 2 weeks of no show, and the things that I would typically say on the show, I was saying on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, yo, I need to be with my people so I could share how I feel, and I don't know, it's an interesting outlet to. Trolling's a thing, and no, it's fun.
Trolling's a thing?
Trolling
You
is-
like trolling?
It's fun.
Okay.
Because trolling is just telling jokes on the internet
To a degree, yes.
without saying, "Hey, this is a joke," without having the nuance of like, "Oh yeah, that person's joking."
Here's the punchline.
Yeah, like, and the table wobbling.
No, yeah, sorry.
We'll fix the table.
That's Lolo.
Over here causing ruckus.
Eating too much junk food.
No,
Her
it's
belly just banging.
just to give it them Cheetos.
Too many Timbits.
You said you had all kinds of treats today, didn't you?
I did. I had 2 donuts and like half a bag of Smart Food. And listen, man, if I didn't know any better, I swear to God, I was going through exam season or something.
Hey, it feels like that. Feels like that. When you
man.
crunch
Grind
one.
is real.
No, it really is. We're gonna get to all that shit because that's why we was gone, folks. We was too busy. Excuse me. We was too busy. We was doing the most. We couldn't even get together. Duane was on. Excuse me. Duane was on vacation, and there was just a lot of life going on, and we really wanted to be with you guys. Like, I'm telling you, my soul felt empty to the point where I had to get Instagram back so I could talk shit on the internet because I had a lot of jokes I wanted to crack, and I didn't get to crack them with you guys, and I really wanted to share these things because a lot of our listeners are Instagram people, so I felt like I was disconnected from them for too long. Just wanted to connect with my people, so good to see you on the Instagram. I had a lot of things to say when I was in Toronto about what I saw in Toronto.
What did you see in Toronto? Because I'm not on the gram, as the kids call it.
Okay, hold on one second, because I don't know if I turned the microphone on the actual camera. Hold on.
We need like an interlude song while Terrence adjusts things.
Hold on. We got the interlude songs playing in the back.
What happened to our fancy monitor?
My other computer won't turn on,
Oh no.
and that's what I usually plug it into.
Oh.
So until I fix the other computer.
Fair enough.
But what I'll do is I'll just edit in like a little strip
Okay.
across the front, and then just put the logo in it, and it'll be fine.
The magic.
This editing, yo. That's how I just
I
got
love
up.
it. Just
That's how I just got
sprinkle it
up,
in.
put the microphone back on, and people didn't even know. It's called a punch in radio terms when you edit something up. And we're back. But you try to do it more seamlessly so people don't know.
Right.
It's called punch in.
Oh, I learned something today.
We just punched in, folks. It's a thing. So these are terms that I didn't know what any of this shit meant until I started listening to Joe Budden's podcast talks about it, and you're like, oh yeah, I have seen that before. And then you hear what the term actually is, and you're like, oh, that's cool.
Educated.
Joe Budden is kind of academic with the way he describes things.
He is.
He doesn't seem like a street dude the way he communicates. I think his intelligence is underrated.
He's not a street dude.
Well, no, but like rappers generally get pegged in that category. But he just, the way he breaks down music and the way he breaks down business is, you can tell he's put work in.
Yeah, when Pump It Up came out in like 2000 early.
Yeah.
What a great,
Right?
what a great tune.
Classic.
Yeah. And his
So classic.
co-host
So good.
never miss an opportunity to clown him for that.
But it's a classic record.
I know, so what? Yeah, say what you want.
And if you're gonna be a one-hit wonder, then at least you got one hit.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
it.
There
Listen,
you go.
who wasn't
Take it.
happy when
I
that
knew
song
it.
comes on?
I knew it. 2003.
Yeah.
2003.
2003,
Holy
wow.
smokes. 15
Yeah.
years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. How old do you feel, Lo?
I know the youngest one here was just like,
Look at
oh.
her face. Look at her face. She's old. We're all
Hey, at least you weren't a fucking adult when the song came out.
How old did
Accurate.
you been in 2003? 15
Old enough
years.
to be smashing.
Whoa. He was getting his pumps in. He was pumping it up.
Was-
Pump.
Was that stroke music
pump
for
it
you,
up. Hey,
Duane?
yeah.
No, it
Hashtag
wasn't.
stroke
No.
music.
I never
sure?
played music.
too distracting. Those
mean,
lyrics, too distracting.
Nah, he's a straight to the businessman. He's a straight to the
I'm
businessman.
trying to learn, man. I gotta have this music playing in the background, burn some candles, and I never did that. I gotta work on that.
Yeah, you gotta set the mood.
Yeah.
Set the mood, right?
Yeah.
Listen, go back, listen to some old school R&B. None of that R. Kelly shit though.
No.
Don't do that.
No, I won't. He's canceled for me.
Some Tyrese, some LSG, maybe some 112. Who else? Who?
Well, I know my wifey. She goes back. Jodeci.
Yep. New Edition.
New Edition. All of those type of people.
I used to listen to Tyrese. I don't know if I've told this story before. I used to listen to Tyrese before games, like when I was at St. FX.
Why?
I listened to
How
slow.
did it make you feel?
I listened to slow jam.
How did it make you feel?
Did you tell anybody this?
Yeah, they made fun of me. They made fun of me. Of course, they made fun of me. But
You trying to feel smooth or like?
here's the thing, right? These guys would, because we were young, right? So we wanted to like. It was warm ups. We could dunk in warm ups for the first time. We were out there trying to do all this extraness. And it's warm ups. And it's like, bro, you guys are getting all this hype. And the game ain't even started yet. So I'm trying to go into warm ups calm. With like a level headedness instead of like being rowdy in the locker room and just like jumping around. I'm trying to think about the game, trying to be in a peaceful place. And if like Sweet Lady by Tyrese puts me in a smooth, soothing.
You got finesse around that guy.
You know what I'm saying? So I could maneuver much better because my mind was in a more relaxed state of thinking and feeling.
A fucking warm up though, eh?
Hey, you know, I would have let you have it for that. But I get it.
My sweet love.
But would you slip a good, dunk in there?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
No, listen, we all
You just built
did.
up to it instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Like,
wasn't
dunking on that pussy. With that slow jam.
Through the lobby, eh? Through the lobby, finished that one. Oh man. Yeah, that's what we was doing, like calm, relaxed ways of life.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the 20-year-old me would have clowned you, but the 37-year-old me is like, yeah, that makes sense, man. Getting your levels down and just being ready for the game. Like, that's what I would probably do today.
Ooh.
Versus getting all hyped up and
Yeah, and then 12 minutes into the warm-ups, you have to sit down.
yeah, you gotta go sit down
and drink water.
relax.
These guys go sit on the bike, pretend like they're warming up. No, they're tired from dunking. They need like a cool, breezy warm-up. Don't let these.
But you kind of need to feel good about yourself and shit.
Of course.
But
it's it was usually the guys who didn't play.
Who did the most? Absolutely.
Unwritten.
Yes.
If you do not start, warm up is your show.
That is the show.
That's your show.
That is the show.
You're gonna do your shit. If you get to go into the game, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
So warm up is your show.
Yeah, gotta
I get
start.
it.
And they don't gotta dunk and carry on all crazy and they're gonna do that in the game.
Unless you're trying to get trying to feel good about it.
Unless you're LeBron James.
Well, yeah. Well, he does whatever he wants.
Yeah, we just wanna. What's gonna happen in LA this year? What do you guys think?
I think LA is gonna become a contender, and people are gonna be mad.
They're gonna be mad.
And there's gonna be a lot of LA fans.
Are you getting a LeBron Lakers jersey?
I'm not buying anybody's jersey, but I will be an LA fan.
Yes. Yes.
I'll be a new LA fan.
Yes. Do you follow basketball?
No, I don't. I learn about basketball when I come here and hang out with you guys.
Okay, so are you gonna cheer this year? No.
Should I? No. You guys can just tell me what's going on.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you to
cheer for LeBron. Just cheer for LeBron.
No one needs to cheer for LeBron. He just cheers for himself, and he can.
No, cheer for LeBron. Cheer for LeBron James.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I appreciate you. Do we want to? So did we give a thorough enough explanation on why we weren't here for the last 2 weeks?
What's been going on? What the hell y'all been up to for the last 2 weeks?
Okay, so I was in PEI for one of those weeks.
Okay.
Did you see Anne of Green Gables?
No, I didn't even try this time. This is like the 4th or 5th time we've been. So.
Okay, I was gonna say, so you have done the.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
okay.
this time we had the dog for the first time, so we were looking for more dog-friendly things. So we kind of went on a hunt for dog-friendly beaches, and we went to Sandspit because dogs could go there.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've been to Sandspit.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's amusement park in Cavendish.
Oh, okay. Sand spit.
This is what
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
they've got this like, you know, rickety ass roller coaster, and
Yeah.
I remember this thing called the rock and roll potentially.
Okay. I'm
It
not
was
sure
like
if I
one of
remember
those things
that
that like made you want to puke kind of thing. You were like
What? Ew. No.
it was like you were inside a drum kind of thing, and so you started rocking
like the zipper.
back and forth. Yeah,
The
but it's
zipper.
flat.
What?
And like it goes around like
Oh,
on
that
the
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that one made me sick.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
the name of it.
Puke.
Yeah.
Done.
So my youngest is a super like,
Oh, yeah, I remember it.
yeah.
Ew.
Bad. It's not
yeah.
good. Yeah. See, so much that you wiped it from your memory.
Yo. And I'm... sorry, Duane. Keep going.
No, like I'm not really a roller coaster person either. But the last time we went, my youngest was too small to go on some of those fast rides. But she's the one that wants to go on them,
Right.
more than anyone else in my family. And this time, every time we drove by a sandspit, roller coaster, I want to go there. And we finally went, and we didn't go on the fast. So she admitted kind of halfway that before we got there that, yeah, the last time I know I said I wanted to go, but I was really a little bit glad that I didn't, because I was it did look scary.
Yeah.
But then,
That's fair.
so she went on this one thing that was the Scrambler. That's what it's called, the Scrambler.
Yeah. I remember the
We
scrambler.
went on the Scrambler,
Yeah.
and she was okay. She was like, that's medium scary. Her and Natasha went on something else that I didn't go on. I can't remember what it's called. Natasha was screaming her head off. And Ella came off and was like, that was scary. And so I was like, so you want to go on the roller coaster? No.
No. Absolutely.
So she was done.
Not happening.
Yeah. So that was it.
Wow. Okay. And then your other week. What did you do the second week?
I was ready to record, but then things came up with Lauren, I think, that week. But I was back. To work.
Yeah.
And, I mean, generally, home was crazy. Home went over budget. My home that I'm building went over budget. That caused a lot of drama at home.
Life.
And, kid drama has been at an all-time high.
Dad life.
Yeah, so it's been a rough week, I'd say, but in some ways I slept less and ended up staying up late and doing work. So I kind of like got in my strategy bag a little bit.
Ooh, get him.
But again, not sleeping is not actually a good plan. So
No, it is not.
No.
yeah.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah. Oh, but I did start the 30-day ab challenge. That
Did you?
Yeah, you did.
So I just finished
When did that start?
day 7 today. So I started on Monday.
I love it. Get your fit game on, Papa. Get your fit game on. Get your fit game on.
Just tired of not having I had my shirt off all in PEI a lot, and I was just like, I can't even suck it in anymore. It's just not working.
Yeah. So you gotta look right.
It's just not.
That's a great.
It's just not working.
Oh God.
Lauren has a great face right now. I wish you could see it. Oh man. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Lauren.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
These last 2 weeks have just been such a grind. It's good, but it's been a grind.
You're going through the shit,
It's been a grind. Fun things though.
Yeah.
I was in Toronto last weekend
Yeah.
with my sister and my mom to see ELO, aka Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah. Okay.
And for those of you that don't know, just look it up and then you'll be like, oh, those guys. It's like this like laser light show during. It was amazing. And we stayed like right beside the Scotiabank Arena because that's my mom.
Yes.
And she's like, it's
Of
about
course.
convenience.
Yeah.
And this is the year of like Eat, Pray, Linda. So this was one of the shows that we went to.
Okay.
And then I saw music again on Friday. Alfie was playing his last Halifax concert
Ooh.
at Lion and Bright.
Nice.
And now he's moving to Toronto. So that was fun.
Oh.
What else is going on? We started a culture project at work.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yes, we have this outside consultant. Her name is Dorothy Spence. Look her up. She's tremendous.
Yeah.
And she's going to help us, the project team, build our culture as a strategic asset in our business. So you can actually like make it a tangible thing that'll add to the valuation of your business.
The
like
culture, like
Yes.
like cultural diversity.
Like
I've never
the
heard
culture
of-
as in the way we are and the way
Okay.
that we are with clients, our values, all those kinds of things.
The important shit.
Yeah, the important shit that normally people
Yeah.
talk about. Oh yeah, we've got a great culture.
Yeah.
and-
But what does that mean?
Right. And can you make that a real thing? So that's the work that we're doing with Dorothy over the next few weeks. So
Cool.
it'll be very interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's going on.
What else? I know that. No, there's more.
What else?
There's more. Lauren. There has to be more.
I was on a reverse panel.
What's that?
So Imagine Canada is a charitable organization that is sort of like the voice of the charitable and nonprofit sector nationally. And so they do a lot of policy advocacy. They send out information weekly around decisions that are being made, you know, with federal government, any sort of policy that's going to affect these organizations,
Okay.
et cetera. Really, really neat. So they haven't really made a huge splash in Atlantic Canada yet. Most of their adoption's been, you know, west of here.
Yeah.
And so they kicked off an event called #RockTheBoat at Pier 21.
Okay.
So they had their conference this week. And so I was on this, they called it an inverse panel, I think. So we had the moderator, Bruce, who works for Imagine,
Brucey.
and then Shelley Mayer from Ramp in Toronto. They're a strategic marketing firm for charitable nonprofits. Me from Common Good Solutions, and then a guy named Owen who used to be the co-chair, or no, used to be the chair of Imagine Canada's board, I believe.
Okay.
And so you're to take 3 to 4 minutes to explain your organization and then take some time to frame a wicked question. And so Shelley was talking about...
I've heard wicked
Yeah.
questions. Steph used that term, wicked question, or
Yeah.
wicked problems.
Yes, a wicked problem.
Yeah.
And so when you state
Sh-
the problem or the question...
Shouts to Stephanie Prog.
Yeah.
My what was she? Was she my boss? Technically,
She's the boss lady.
Yeah, she is the boss lady of SCI Social Enterprise Institute.
Boss tree.
Now she has to listen to the show because we're talking about her.
Yeah.
I know she does, but she needs to listen to it more regularly so she can hear her shout outs. Keep going though.
She can. Where was I? Oh, and so this wicked question. It's supposed to create tension in the way that you frame it, so people will have discussion. So it's not like a yes or no kind of question. There's tension. So I talked about how, you know, in some circumstances, there are charities and nonprofits that are suitable to start a social enterprise to create sustainability in their organization, so they're not as dependent on donors, which, according to Imagine Canada's research, the number of dollars being donated by Canadians are not fewer, but the number of donors themselves are fewer.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there are bigger donations being made by the Canadians that are donating. And they didn't have any information on the millennial generation yet and how we engage with donating to charitable organizations, but
Okay.
it'll be interesting to see. So for those reasons, if you're able, it might be smart to start a social enterprise. But in some cases, there's like this cultural or moral objection to profit, like period. This is just my experience through some of our work, you know, checking out the documentary The Social Shift, understanding that this is where businesses are trending or charitable organizations could be trending. And so my wicked question was, how can charitable or nonprofit organizations, it was such a long question, or charitable organizations re-engage their donors and create sustainability if there's a moral or cultural objection to using business as a tool to create impact? So that was the wicked question.
Yeah.
So instead of me...
business as, using business as a tool
Yes.
to create impact, and that's what social enterprise kind of is in a really
Yes.
small blurb.
Yes, in a small blurb.
Okay.
Yes. So the
Write
sale of goods or
that down,
services...
people. Write that down, people. No, because I've never been able
Yes.
to see it, like to frame it. I've heard that term, like that phrase before, and
Yes.
I'm like, oh, yeah, that using business as a tool to create social impact.
Yeah.
Bam.
So I framed that question. Now, instead of me going on, because generally panels, you're sort of interviewing someone with a piece of expertise for, 10, 15 minutes. You can ask questions to the panelist. I framed that question, as did the other panelists with their own topic. And then they literally had a microphone in a foam box that you threw into the audience.
Wow.
And they had to like catch it.
Oh shit.
So this question sort of kicked off discussion amongst everybody else in the room, which is amazing because there is so much expertise in the room. So there's like some really interesting commentary from a few people engaging with that question. And so it was a really fun activity. So next time we have to do like a conference or something, we should consider that because it was pretty cool.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's always drama when you're throwing the box because
Throwing
you
box
know, some
around.
people can't.
Some people shouldn't be throwing their box around. That's just.
You know, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. So that's kind of that's the other stuff that I've been up to. Oh, went to Spring Hill Institution.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep, we're doing some work with corrections and just trying to understand what opportunities people that are incarcerated might want when they're coming out, and how can we do a better job of supporting them while they're still in incarceration, and have opportunities at the ready when it's time for release.
So do they ever do any work to talk to incarcerated folks about what are you going to do when you leave? Do they do that, or is it just you're out now?
From what I understand, it depends.
Okay.
It depends, and we're kind of just exploring this, you know, these kinds of conversations. We don't necessarily have all that expertise yet, but in some cases yes, and then other cases it takes a lot longer because there are other issues that might be more prevalent, like mental health or addictions or something like that,
yeah.
and where employment takes a lower priority in that process. But we are trying to find out when that should that be happening sooner? How do you build those stronger connections, etc.?
Because I never thought of it like that, but that would be useful. Like an exit interview to just be like, so you're going to be out in a month. You know, what have you got any plans? What
Is prison not supposed to be about rehabilitation?
Exactly.
That should be.
That's the language around it, but but that's not the system, because
if you guys haven't seen it yet, Steph posted it on Facebook.
Okay.
There was in the Halifax Examiner.
Shout out to Steph Brock again.
In the Halifax Examiner, the guys at the Burnside jail are standing in solidarity to protest against their living conditions, and so they posted a letter in the Halifax Examiner that everybody should go read, and just saying that, you know, some of the conditions are not only bad for them, but it's not great for the folks that work at the institution either.
Even the prisoners are saying that.
Yeah, this is their letter. Like they're like, listen, if it's better for us, it's better for them too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't have to be asking for these things, and these things are, you know, fairly simple. Like being, if prisons are secure the way they think they are, why can't they wear some of their own clothing? Or have their family come in a lot more often?
Right.
And if their families are actually buying concessions there or buying whatever, and the prison profits off of that, then why are there limitations on how much we can see our family? Right? If you're trying to stay connected and
the
motivated,
goal is rehabilitation.
Exactly.
Why are they dehumanizing people?
Exactly.
I just watched Orange is the New Black season 6.
Did you? Oh man, I'm so far behind on that.
Yeah, no, I just finished it.
It just got a little crazy for me.
I just finished it in the airport last night, and I know it's TV and I know it's dramatized, but you watch the Khalif Browder story and you actually see prison footage, and then you see the shit that they show us in Hollywood, and you're like, oh, yeah, that sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah.
And you see how the goal is, like, prison in Europe is, I can't remember, I watched something about it, and they're like riding bikes around this like land, like beautiful landscape facility, and you're just like, that's prison?
Yeah, it's not as intense.
The goal is to rehabilitate people, because if there's more criminals, then who wants to come to your place of life? So let's make the people better so that they can be better humans when they leave, so we have less prisoners. Except if your prison is a business, which needs more people to be in it to therefore make you more money. So this is really cool. And, and I guess the other thing too is, like, we compare so much of like America and Canada, but like clearly they're very different countries. And but we're really similar in terms of like racism in some ways. It's more passive in Canada, but that doesn't mean it's any less impactful.
Yeah. I think it's the same, but just like you said, passive here, more in your face there.
Right. So I'd be curious and this is why I said read the article, because I'd be curious. We see the American prison system in the meat, like it's all the content that we consume is based on the American prison system most of the time. Excuse me. And we're just we as Canadians, and I guess maybe I'm even more biased because I grew up in the States, so like I'm still kind of always feeding into it because it's hard not to. But I mean, when Trump was running, we cared more about American politics because it was just way better entertainment.
Sure.
So we, but yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Read prisons and Orange is New Black. If you haven't watched season 6, go watch it. If you're an Orange is New Black fan, much love to you.
Yeah. No, it's been a while. So yeah, some of that work's happening. And the last thing is wedding planning.
Hey.
Oh my god. Figured like Maisel.
Yeah. When is it? Supposed to be.
So I think we might have thought today that we would pick August 24th. And then I get an email from my mom saying she had a conversation with someone else to say, but June might be better because then you're not having to worry about it all summer.
But you're gonna worry about
like it's done with, and then you can enjoy the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay.
Okay.
So, anyways.
Duane, when was your wedding?
It was July 28th.
Okay. So right in the middle.
Yeah, see? So we didn't want to go. So we can't go height of summer when it's going to be smoking hot during the day because
who wants to
all
be
of our,
sweating
I was going to say,
there?
all of, okay, so Hillary, Kyler, Alex, all of Kyler's groomsmen,
They're all
just
sweaters.
Oh, I can tell you, I was hot as balls in my wedding. Yeah.
So kind of like, I don't want to torture anybody, but like, will it be nice enough in June? Is August, the nights now are kind of
That's a good
cooler.
point.
It's
Right.
not overly hot in the day.
Right.
So
You
you're
gotta
trying to
think
like,
about, you gotta
guess
think
on
about
these
more than
things.
just yourselves and the people who are going to be involved.
Right. So we start going through this.
But
So this was us
fuck
this
everybody else
weekend.
though,
Yeah.
Just
Just a little bit.
If you don't like
a little bit.
if you don't like chicken and ribs on the menu, damn
Fuck
it,
you.
you will eat.
Yes. Well, so then
Your vegan ass.
So Kyler sent out this like not an RFP, but this like question to I guess the Food Truck Association.
Ooh.
So we're gonna see if we can get like 2-3 food trucks maybe.
oh, that would be dope.
Oh shit.
At the cottage,
Flames.
Tatabrew.
How many people?
Michelle.
What's the?
Oh my god!
cap
And this is like
number.
the others. So you start making the list, right?
Good luck.
Do you know how? Yeah, right. How fast does that shit build up?
Yeah, you think it's not gonna be that big, and then you're like, oh shit, I can't
So-
not invite this person.
Oh, that's what I mean. So we're at like almost 175 people.
Oh,
And then we
shit.
already have another 50 people in like waiting in the wings. So it takes us up to like 215 or something. I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. How do people do this? How do you make the cuts or not make the cuts?
Right.
And like, do people really even care anymore? Because it's expensive to go to weddings.
For the people attending.
Attendees. Well, if you're flying ananywhere,
Right.
if you have to travel
Yeah.
anywhere to go,
Right.
generally you're going to give a gift.
Mm-hmm.
You might buy a new outfit.
Yeah.
You might be staying overnight with accommodations.
Yeah. Oh,
all these
yeah.
kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it even is it a burden for people at this point?
to some degree? Yeah. But then
Especially
like,
if multiple in the summer,
yeah.
because we're around that age, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it does become.
Yeah. I shot Sid's wedding. So
Yeah.
that's the first.
Congratulations,
That's
by
the
the way.
first wedding. Oh yeah, that's supposed to be the
congrats,
most.
Sid.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the most lit wedding film anybody's ever seen in their whole human existence.
Listen,
Okay.
why do you think I already told you?
I know, that's why I'm coming to yours.
Of course.
So I'm coming to yours. I'm there. I'm there.
course.
I'm there directing though.
Exactly. No,
I'm in-
we're gonna find a couple
I'm
of
in
people so you
director
can actually
mode.
enjoy yourself
I
and
can
they
come-
know what's going on.
So I can show up in a suit
you're
with
not
a
gonna
bow
be like
tie
ready-
with my,
exactly,
with my shit on, looking
exactly.
extra fly, instead of
Exactly.
running around fucking sweating.
Oh, and just put it out there.
Yeah. What's your piece of advice?
I am new to meeting you, so if I
Yes.
don't get a wedding invite, I won't take it personally.
Duane,
So
of course you're
There,
getting an invite.
I'm just saying. I have been there. So there are people who will take it personally.
Yes.
And there are people who
will not take it
will be
personally.
like, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to pay for that shit anyway.
Yes.
But like, even my brother got married
Yes.
last year. So in Bermuda, the way people carry on is like, oh, where's your wedding? Oh, where? Yeah, I'll see you there. And he's like, I never told that person I was gonna invite them. They just invited themselves. But like, maybe
you
that's
about to charge a ticket price at that type of weddings. Wait a minute.
It's like maybe it's a small island thing, but I heard some people in like smaller Nova Scotian towns deal with that too, where people just feel like, yeah, I've known you for 20 years. I'm just gonna show up. And
No, you won't.
it's-
ma'am. No, you will not. Wow.
But
Okay.
yeah, when you're paying $20 per plate for people and all that kind of stuff, and you got over 200 people, it's like, bruh.
That's just the food. That ain't the
It's
ring. That ain't the
crazy.
dress. That ain't the photographer.
Right.
That ain't
The videographer. Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
the plate rentals.
So yeah, seriously.
All the decorations.
The booze. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
And then the other thing you're gonna have to deal with are the people who say they're coming and don't show up, who never say they're not gonna show up.
Oh my God.
So you see that $25 plate of food go uneaten, and you're tempted to just fucking take it home and eat it yourself.
Listen, waste not, want not.
Listen.
That's what
Listen,
like you know
babe.
part of what.
Listen, babe. Whatever meals don't get eaten, we're taking them shits home tonight.
Hey, trunk better be full of fucking Tupperware.
Honeymoon
Right? Wrap that shit up.
leftovers. Come with it.
Seriously. But I don't, I've kind of got some things in my mind. Working at CGS, makes you feel kind of hella guilty about that kind of stuff. I don't want to be wasting a bunch of stuff
Oh.
just because it's like a one-day wedding. I almost got in an argument with my mom about paper invitations on the plane to Toronto last weekend. And she was like, well, what are the numbers? How many do you have? And so I whipped open the laptop. I'm like, actually, you know what? I haven't revisited this guest list in like 6-8 months.
Oh my.
Oh, clearly it's been a huge priority on our list, guys.
Yeah, you planning your own wedding
Yeah.
has seemed to be a priority on your
Yeah,
list.
exactly. And so
Huge.
we're looking at the list and like, I don't know, we're at about 170, 175. And she's like, okay, well, when are you going to send out the invitations? I'm like, well, I was just going to Facebook group. Screw it. What do I care? You get notifications from it. It's going to be up to date. You can see who else is going. Why not? She's like, Lauren, it's kind of
Need
tacky,
to spend
isn't
this
it?
money.
Kind of tacky, isn't it? I'm like, what do I care? Why? Who even saves those things besides maybe my immediate family?
Yeah.
And so I said, if you would like me to print off some invitations to send to the immediate family, I will do so.
I got a quick.
I will do so.
We can come back to this,
Yes.
but I've had this conversation last week about North American holidays and the ways in which we're shamed to either spend money on certain things, live our life a certain way based on a made-up fucking holiday and a way of showing and proving your love by getting married, which is really kind of like a business agreement for being serious.
Yeah.
And all of this is for corporations to make money. The only reasons holidays exist are so corporations can make money. Like Valentine's Day is just another Christmas, like 7 weeks after Christmas for your loved one. That's what it is. Easter is another reason to spend money. I just want people to understand that.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
totally.
why I'm so like scared of like not commitment, but like the way that society says if you're not committed and it doesn't look this way, then like your love isn't.
Oh, totally. Listen. Here's where obligation and all that shit comes into play, okay?
What do you mean?
If we thought that we wouldn't hear guff from both sides of our family, we would more than likely elope.
Yeah, you two seem like the type who don't give a fuck.
Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. I didn't even care if we got married. Like, again, we got engaged like last summer. Listen, and I've also heard people, because I don't push it on Facebook, I don't do these things, just finding out like now, are like kind of mad about it.
Of course they are.
I didn't even hear about that. Cause it didn't, there was no like PSA. Like it just,
Yeah.
I don't know. Did I owe it to you? Like,
Some people think you do.
That's a problem.
that's cool that you wanted to know, but like, whatever. See, it came up now, you don't know.
Yeah, I can tell you, like,
Listen, if you're not listening to the podcast and you don't know what's going on in Lauren's life, then you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel out of it. You should be on the podcast. Download, subscribe on Apple iTunes.
I wish we had the Joe Biden gunshots now.
Okay. So there's Okay. Do we get a soundboard?
I want a soundboard.
Okay.
Hey, those guys seem like they're having too much fun.
The most fun with the sound. Okay,
let's do it.
Because here's the thing. I was, as I studied the greats and what is happening, and like there aren't many great, and we're gonna get into Joe Rogan and Joe Budden and all that shit later on, but we don't know the best ways to do the things that we're doing. So if there's only so many people that we deem as really good at it, you don't think I want a fucking soundboard? You don't think that, they sit on a couch, and that's because like that's just where Parks lives. He's just got a fucking couch.
By the way, in our next location, I vote couch, not these chairs, please.
Really?
Yeah, I do a couch. I would do
really?
that orange, that yellow chair in the corner that's usually here. I would. We're all gonna. Oh,
Masterpiece Theater fucking style.
I'm not gonna tell you guys off air the plan I have for the new set.
Okay. I'm down.
Because we can one of because our sponsor deck is put together, by the way.
That's right.
So one of these furniture stores.
Time for me to hit the ground.
We can put that. Let me get back from my vacation. I'm gonna have a plan for you, Lo, and then you're just gonna get to it.
Great.
Straight up fast. What were we just saying right before this?
Weddings and obligation, and how Kyler and I would likely have eloped had it not been for, I'm sure, everyone's hurt feelings.
Right. Yeah. Literally, like.
Yeah.
I remember having these conversations with my mom. Oh, well, you have to invite this person. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't talked to that person since I was 5. I don't know why I gotta invite them.
Right.
But there were certain, and I gave in a lot of those situations.
Yeah.
But now, like,
that's what it was.
10, 11 years later, I'm just like, sorry, Mom, I don't want to disappoint you, but I am going to disappoint you.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to invite that person. And even like, so many things change.
Is it, why do people do that? I think...
It's because she's gonna catch heat from those people.
Okay, so
when they see her.
Okay, fine. Is it shame? Is that what it is?
She's gonna get shamed by them.
Of course it is. This is like every parent's opportunity to like literally you're watching your prodigy walk down the aisle to commit to this thing that's supposed to be a big life accomplishment, and maybe that's why I've just kind of put it off and not prioritized it, because I haven't really put a lot of thought into this kind of thing in my life.
When I got married,
I just haven't.
I got married in Vegas.
I always fucking forget about this.
I got married in Vegas. I got married. I was married for 4 months.
Oh my god.
I met a person who
Kim Kardashian shit.
In my mind, I thought I was supposed to be married and have a kid at 25. Like I told myself that since I was like the littlest child.
So you just got fixated on gotta get married.
And I knew I was like, oh, this is never gonna happen. And then I turned 25, and then I just randomly met a person, and they randomly had a child, and I was like, I went with it, and then I was like, oh, this is fate.
Yeah, right. Serendipity.
This is it happening.
Yeah.
Oh my! I didn't have to have my own child.
Yeah.
She had one of her own. It's not how I thought it would be, but it's what I thought it would be.
Wow. Imagine how we put these things together. Like,
crazy, right? Yeah. So I get married. And
In Vegas.
so I go to Vegas, and it was
Was it at like a little like cliche chapel?
Yeah, for sure.
Days.
For sure.
Did you get married by someone dressed as Elvis?
No. But it was
Okay.
it was
James.
But no. I really don't remember a lot of it. I've learned over these last couple weeks that I'm really good at compartmentalizing a lot of things and
Yeah.
forgetting and suppressing a lot of things. I don't. We'll get into that, but that's also a thing. Well, yeah, I totally did that, and it was myself, her, and her best friend,
Wow.
and that was it. Because
Wow.
if our love was so magical and true, it didn't matter who else was there.
Oh, that's. I don't know if I subscribe to all of that shit, but I do agree that other people don't necessarily need to be there.
Yes. Now, all of that to say.
Don't get married when you're 25 and you think that you should. Don't.
Yeah. No kidding.
And here, I don't talk about being married a lot because I don't. I laugh about it like this. Not that not to laugh at this person, but the situation and how the situation became what it is fucking hilarious. It's a great story. If I could give you the whole shebang, it's great. So, live your life, learn the shit you need to learn, because life's gonna teach you.
Of course. Of course. So now that we're having the wedding,
Yeah.
Yes.
we're just gonna make it as fun as shit. Like if we're gonna do
Yes.
it,
Yep.
we're just approaching it
Turn it
as,
up.
you know what,
Turn it up.
this is gonna be super fun.
Turn
We're
it
gonna
up.
try and have as many of our friends there as we can.
Turn it up.
We know amazing people, so
Turn
it'll
it
be a
up.
good time, and it doesn't have to be anything formal. That doesn't mean it doesn't have to be like nice looking. Because I've had this discussion about, oh, it's gonna be at the cottage, it's gonna be casual. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't mean we have to look like bumpkins.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
bumpkiny,
Right.
okay?
Bumpkiny?
Not bumpkiny. All right.
Yeah.
You can make it dope at a cottage.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course you
But
can.
when you throw around the word like casual,
Yeah, people.
I picture
Yeah.
like dad
Me-
sneakers and
Jean shorts.
yeah, like no,
My everyday attire.
no. I'm negotiating
Cut
a
off.
white party.
Cut off.
Okay, okay.
Just saying.
No,
That kind of
Okay.
sweet, eh?
I'm on that negotiation team.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm
I
with
have
the white
supporters.
party. You got to vote for the white party.
And weed's
Perfect.
gonna be legal.
Hey. Hey. Cannabis in Toronto is really expensive.
Is it?
Yeah. Are you done?
I can. Yeah, I'm done.
I have so many
I'm done.
fucking tangents
do
I
it.
could go on right now.
Let's do it.
Um,
Where to start? Expensive
That's-
dope into you.
because I have back in the single world. I'm trying to mingle a little bit. So
Terrence is ready to mingle, ladies.
it's
Uh-oh.
Line up. The line's already around the block.
Hit them DMs.
You're late.
Can I not toot my own horn in an arrogant way?
Okay, so what?
You say whatever you gotta say.
The line is around the corner.
I know that.
Oh,
I've
word?
been knowing that.
Yeah. From people that you wouldn't imagine. But if I told you, you'd be like, oh yeah.
Hey, here's how we can start making scratch.
Okay.
Charge
I'm just-
subscribers to
I'm
hear all the
intrigued.
backdoor information like the list.
That's what I'm saying.
$5 a month. We get to hear all the
No,
dirty gossip.
I'm in- Intrigued.
No. Here's the thing.
Off-air special.
Here's the thing. I don't talk. Yeah, off-air special. Yeah.
telling ya.
That's the podcast bag.
So then you charge for it.
Yeah, the late night. What's it called? What was the thing BET had? They come on like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, the
When you
dirty
said late night thing, the only thing came to
BET
mind was
Uncut.
like,
Yes,
BET
BT
Uncut. CTN Uncut.
Yeah.
No, I don't like talking about my those. I don't like talking about my female relationships with people, especially publicly, because it's not anybody's business.
That's a good plan.
Like it's
course.
not. Now you two are married and engaged, so like it's a thing. And like I see it, and so we talk about it, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And in my journey to stumble across that, I look forward to it. But listen. I'll say this: I didn't value myself many years ago.
Okay.
I didn't at all. I didn't know what my self-worth was. And then I started doing some shit, and then I started documenting it. And then I started being really introspective, and then I started like really seeing what I was doing. And then I didn't need other people to say like, "Oh, you're the shit." I would just look at what I did, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's pretty dope, bro." Like, all right. So then it was like, all right, so I'm pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. I didn't need anybody to tell me that.
Yay! What a great realization.
And then you're like, all right, so, and I got to see my best friend Tova. I saw her this weekend when I was in Toronto. Or this week when I was in Toronto.
What's her last name?
Cohen.
Okay, never mind.
She's great. She's my best friend in the whole world. She just moved to Barbados, by the way, so I might be in Barbados soon.
Sick.
Hey, let me tell you.
That's my
if your best friend was as beautiful as mine, you'd want to go to Barbados and watch her just do whatever she wanted to do. Period. What was I saying?
I don't know. Now I want to see your hot best friend though.
And yeah, I want to see pictures.
You guys ever see that photo shoot? Those pictures I took of that really, really sexy girl with the Drake T-shirt on, like she had her bum showing.
She was like tiny.
Yeah, that's her. We've been best friends since high school.
Yeah, you talked about her like early.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's up with that? And you're like, she's just my friend.
We've been best friends since grade 12. We worked at Stitches together, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we met like it was crazy story. She's goat. But yeah, she said, she was like, I told her that this week, and she was like, yeah, now you feel how women feel, like boss women feel, where they're like, I don't need none of these raggedy motherfuckers, none of them, and I can be as picky and as choosy as I want to be. And you're like, yeah, I don't need none of y'all. None. I could be miserable alone. I've done that. I'm cool with that most times. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So if I'm choosing to have people around, I gotta see what it's all about. And here's the thing that scares me. There's so much pressure, especially like you said, at our age. All these people getting married.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm looking around and I'm like, yo. And people talk about like, oh, you look around, everyone's married. Like, nah, but I'm looking around like Bradley's getting married, you getting married, you married, Sid getting married. I'm just like, everybody's in love. Cool. It ain't my time, so fine. Like,
no, exactly. Time. Listen,
I don't
time
care.
is everything.
I don't care.
It is what it is.
I don't even care because I see the amount of time it takes, and that's the whole point. I see how long it takes to meet a person and get to know a person before you can actually tell if this is the person you actually want to be with. And I feel like, in theory, a lot of us just like, oh, I like this person. Oh, I like this person. Okay, cool. Like, I'll just commit to this person, like, without, like, accepting all their bullshit without even knowing it, and then being like, all right, I'll deal with it because I've committed to this person.
Yeah.
But you haven't even given yourself enough time to figure out what all their bullshit is to be like, I'm not dealing with that. Mm-hmm. That's the thing that, oh, I thought I could deal with. No, can't deal with it. Mm-hmm. And I think it takes time. I have this like weird theory. I think it takes 2 years. I think enough things can happen and enough things will happen in 2 years to know, like, to really know a person and like how they really maneuver.
That's very good. I agree with it, but then at the same time, I'm also that corny. How do you put a time on love?
Right.
When you know, you know.
And I also agree with that.
Yes.
And I've lived a lot of my life based on intuition and feeling like, you know what, this feels right. I'm going with it. But I've also seen that, okay, I can go with my intuition, but time fucking proves everything.
Yeah, sure.
In all aspects of life. So I'm like, all right, look at a lot of my relationships previously, and I'm like, all right, the ones that made it 3 months, cool. 6 months, cool. Year, all right. What happened here? 2 years, and you're like, there's one person who my last heartbreak, and it took it was literally like 2 years, and I was like, oh shit.
It was at the 2-year mark.
Like, it was like right around there when enough of my life had like done a few spirals and twists and turns, and so had hers. And that's what I mean. It's not like, oh, it has to take 700 and how many days, but it's like just enough shit can happen.
Yeah.
See, what's interesting to say shit happening.
Yes.
Because I've got to say, now having found my person or whatever.
Poor
Even
Kyler.
he says that. I love him. He knows that. But since he and I have been together, it just, have come to this realization that when you're looking for a partner, if that's what you want, is a real partner, how does that person behave when shit hits the fan?
Absolutely.
If they cannot deal with adversity,
Yeah.
good luck to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
It's
when
common.
shit, right,
Yeah.
no one's life is rosy for 365 days a year for their entire life. Nobody makes it, no one lives forever, right? So at some point there's going to be something happening. And if you really want to be able to assess how a person is in a partnership, there's got to be shit hitting the fan.
Yeah.
And if they can't support you when that happens, then is that something you want to deal with? It's not something I could deal with. And so, was a big thing in our relationship is we started in a shitstorm. Right?
Yeah.
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 So.
Yeah. That's and I usually like really introduce people. I'm like, all right, so I'm pretty self-aware. Like I'd like to think that I am. So I'm like, all right, if I've got 15 issues, here they are. I'll tell you what they are. I'd rather you know them than be like, I wonder what's going on today.
Oh, totally.
Like, no, here's probably what's happening. And that's me just being like an overly communicative person. Sometimes that's me oversharing with strangers, me telling people things that they haven't earned the right to hear. And that's absolutely a thing that I'm like the hugest fucking victim of. Like, I just want to feel, I just want this person to be like accepting. So just like, I'll just tell them. And then.
But like, how long should you wait then?
Okay, so then that's the thing, right? Like, how long do you need to know a person before you need to give them the goods? Because I'm like, I'd rather give them to you, like.
Okay, so I'm all about like time efficiency.
Right.
And I've sort of always been that way. Like, but I've always been that way. I've always felt this compulsion that if I was feeling something or some type of way about somebody, I have to say it.
Yeah.
Right away.
Because why freaking wait or wonder? This is the thing. We are so susceptible to the stories that we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
So I'm either gonna sit here and think, oh man, I like this person, and like project all kinds of shit out of them, like why they wouldn't like me or why they would like me, and you make something up, so you make an assumption.
Yeah.
So if you just go tell this person, you know what, I'm into you.
Yo.
Are you into it?
Yo.
I
Yay or nay?
definitely found out in hindsight that I blew some opportunities from those self-doubts and self-assumptions, when I was younger. Because it's like, just say it, man. You like the girl, tell her you like her. The fuck?
Yo.
I know.
And I said to this one person, so I don't leave my house. I'm like a real big hermit, so I use Tinder. I don't know if that's like a thing that we like are gonna shame people for doing, but like it works. Here's
the
thing.
What people do today.
Here's the thing.
Course.
I've had really positive experiences. I've met like some really really cool people. I've also met people who
fans of the show.
Stop! Oh my god.
I've met people who I've crossed paths with previously, and I may have had an inkling.
Oh.
And then you see them, and then you're like, yo, why didn't you just tell me this before? And then, boom, you go. And that's what I feel like especially here in Halifax, where it's so fucking small.
Yeah.
We really see a lot of these people where it's like, I seen that. Like, I would have probably said something in the right situation. And then you're like, swipe, swipe right. Oh, you match. And you're like, all right, so like, not, because that's the other thing too. Like, I don't approach strange women because I know strange women
Speaking of
have. Yo, you guys are killers, yo. That's actually one of my best friends in the world. So shout out to Jess. Fucking know Jess. You
I couldn't resist, man.
That's a good one. Fuck, what was it you saying? That was funny.
You're talking about Tinder and how Halifax is small.
Oh, so yeah, a lot of these people you cross paths with them and it's I don't approach strange women because I know that most women are probably like, who is this strange dude talking to me? Number one. A lot of them may or may not be in situations, and at our age, most of them are. So I'm not just going. Yeah, but if you got so now you're at the point where like, ooh, does she have a ring on her finger before I like?
How do you know? How do you know people's situation?
I don't.
Like, that is one tell. But how many fucking people do you know in our generation that are flying around all open and shit?
Oh yeah, for sure. But there's like those certain instances. I feel like where do you meet people where like you're like, hey, I'm dating. Are you dating? Like,
I don't know.
At
bars?
a bar? I'm not going to the bar. Fuck out of here. That's not my scene.
Fair.
That is not my scene. I've been out downtown Halifax enough times. I've been in enough altercations with people that I don't need to be going downtown at all. So I'm not going downtown no more. So then I'm like,
I suppose that's the only way I've ever met people. It's like being out.
So once you're not in university and partying and getting wasted every night, how do you then meet people?
Is Tinder like a good way?
I know a lot of people.
Are people happy with it?
I know Dave Culligan and his girlfriend met on Tinder. I know Jesse and Nicole met on Tinder and they're fucking engaged and getting married.
Oh yeah, that's
what I'm saying. Like, I've met really, really cool people through it, but it's just like there's this stigma and shame, and it's like, bro, it's 2018 and people are like still side-eyeing people for online dating. Like, this shit's been happening for fucking ever, bro.
I don't know. I can't remember the last person that has met somebody outside of Tinder. To be honest with you.
So why do people feel a way about it still? Because some people do.
I don't feel a way about it.
I don't feel a way. I have
actually not really use it, I guess.
I have actual empathy.
Yeah.
Because I met my wife at the club, and I remember this was pre like Tinder and all that stuff. And people saying, "Oh, you can't meet anybody that you love at the club," and blah blah blah. And nobody of substance there. And I'm like, well, I'm at the club. I think I'm of substance.
Hey, ditto.
Right. You know, right?
Ditto.
So it was, to me, it was like, well, where else do you meet? Because then you also run into those situations of if you date someone that I was in university. Well, no, I finished university. But say you date a coworker. What if that goes wrong?
That shit is way more sideways than than the other.
Right. I'm looking at Sorry. Go ahead.
You date someone. I've dated people who I was in a class with, and now all of a sudden you gotta avoid them, and it's awkward in class and shit. So it's like meeting complete strangers in a club seems like it actually makes sense. But then if you don't need to go to the club and you could just be on your phone and they're right there.
Here's the thing about meeting somebody in the club, though. Here's the thing, and why, you know, and maybe I'm biased because all of my relationships started at a party or a bar. You know if there's chemistry or not.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
right away.
If you're messaging somebody, you don't really know if you've got that, like, what's up kind of friggin' energy.
Yeah.
When you, like, see someone across the room, you're like, yeah, it's on. Like, we're going to do some of that.
Yeah.
You know,
We're gonna do some of that.
You can't really do that on Tinder until you go meet them, and I guess that's kind of the thing, you know. Like, I see Hill going on dates from Tinder, and she goes and she meets them, and then she's like, meh.
He was a
meh.
Hey, but I bet them. I don't even. It takes a lot for me to leave my house to come and see you. So, I'll talk to you for weeks.
It's too easy. Well, fair enough. So you just think in the time to see if they can, like, again and again prove that they're legit.
I'll FaceTime I'll like have conversations.
Got it. Okay. See, so you're investing time in the front end, because I can just imagine that rolling it through text all the time. You could take however fucking long you want to craft a response. You can't just react in the moment to. Are you actually witty?
Yeah. Oh, so then
actually smart.
Yeah, but you know,
engaging.
So that's what it is. You get the Tinder convo that goes on for maybe a day or a couple days or some time.
How many people invest that much time?
That's a problem.
Is that you as a 30-year-old using Tinder investing that much time?
Yeah.
At least then you know who's like.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Well, yeah, because it's like, all right, I need to know enough of. listen, my time is so fucking valuable. It's actually worth several dollars.
Yes.
Like every 60 minutes. Like, it is. So it's like, all right, if I'm going to invest time in a person that's a fucking complete stranger,
Yes.
I'd like to know that it's reciprocal. And it's fine that it takes weaning through all of these people because, like I said, I've had success in meeting really fucking incredible people that I did or did not have physical relationships with, but like they turned out to be cool ass people. So you're like,
Do you find that there's like an age threshold? So
For
you as a
online?
30-year-old,
it's weird.
is there like
Yeah,
a
no.
cutoff where you're like, oh my god, it's too young, or
I know what
because
I
they
was
behave
like,
that young,
yeah.
or because there's a perception in your mind that age is too young?
I remember being that age and being like, I feel like I was a little smarter than most people, and I feel like I was lost AF. So if I'm thinking back to 23-year-old me, even if I was my best self, I was lost and
Yeah.
and you know what? I just didn't know myself.
Okay.
And I feel like the age thing is more of like, you don't know like you haven't spent enough time alive to know yourself enough to know what you even want.
Yeah.
And it took me a really long time. If I hadn't started TNT, I don't know how or when it would have happened.
That's interesting. So I think back to when I got married, I was 26, and I think about it.
You've been married for 11 years already.
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That's crazy.
I didn't know myself.
Good for you.
I
Right.
know myself a lot better now. I probably I knew stuff that I was interested in. Well, I didn't really understand who Duane was, and what Duane needed per se. But
Yeah.
luckily, as I evolved, my wife evolved, and we evolved together, and we're still evolving. So that's where they say relationships aren't easy and marriage isn't easy, because you're constantly always evolving. I'm not the same person I was when I married her. She's not the same person that she was.
Yeah, if you're doing it right, you shouldn't be the same person you was last month or last week.
Right.
You should be growing. Yeah.
Yeah, so you constantly have to like remind each other why it works and why you're still together and blah blah blah. So yeah, it's very interesting. That I think that is what messes people up a lot actually in relationships. They don't know themselves. And yeah, and once they start to realize what they actually want out of a relationship and a partnership, then they're like, oh shit, I didn't even know myself enough to know that this is what I wanted.
Right.
This person doesn't give it to me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think the love languages is cool.
Yes.
Because it helps you identify what you actually want and need. I need somebody who I can hang out with, and that's why like quality time, like even through a phone, can seem like it's not like you're not there. But like for me, I'm like, listen, I could be doing a lot of things right now. I'm using my thumbs to have a conversation with you. That to me is time.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm a quality time and acts of service kind of person. Don't say shit to me. If you feel some way, do it. Just fucking do it. Don't tell me nothing. Just do it. So I don't need words. Because I could tell.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
I do. I speak enough, so I don't need you
Yeah.
to.
Totally fair. Totally fair. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, right?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's not how it works. But yeah, like you said, knowing yourself enough to know what it is that you need, and then you start to realize the things you don't need and like the things you won't do because you realize what you don't need.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you.
What?
The prettiest girls be the most friggin' heartbroken and they be having the most baggage. I know this because I realize I'm a handsome man. Guess what? I got a whole shit ton of. So it's not just a woman thing.
Well, let's hold this up.
Okay, bring it
We've
back.
talked about Lauren being pretty, so
Yeah, okay.
I'm not trying to me too you or anything like that.
Okay, let's not do that on the air.
Do you feel like you have a lot of baggage?
About what? No. About
Because
what?
you don't seem like you have a lot of baggage.
No, I don't. I have Little to no baggage.
Okay.
But
Oh, shit.
how long do you feel like you've known yourself?
Long fucking time.
Yeah.
Long fucking
Yeah, I
time.
feel like your self-awareness.
The fact that she dropped an F-bomb when she said it said that.
Yeah. No, I feel like a lot of attractive women don't know themselves because they're being told by other people, and they've been told since they were, oh, you're pretty, you're this, like, we're told things, and then maybe they're not even things we like. I know some of the prettiest girls who think they're the ugliest people ever. And they've been told they're the most attractive person their whole life, and
But
they're
they
like,
don't believe it.
not a chance. So then it's like, all right, so where's your self-worth? And that's when I say, like, I feel like the prettiest girls are always the most heartbroken, because I feel like it's a lot of those situations where it's just like, oh, you're this, you're this, you're this. And they're like, am I?
But that said, the prettiest girls are also going to be the ones that attract the most attention from the most narcissistic dudes who know that they could get them.
Right.
And they know how to, like, break that down.
Right.
So there's also that as well. So that could be why. Because they might have had the most assholes fucking with them.
And I think it's more that than anything. Like, you think of the jock, the fucking football player, and the lead head cheerleader, like, always the prettiest girl and the most popular dude, and like, you likely go through some shit because there's shit that comes with being the most popular dude and the prettiest girl, like you said. So, oh yeah, there's layers to this shit. Oh man.
Yeah, because that's what kind of stopped me. Like, I see a girl, I'm like, she's fine, but she's like too fine. Like, I gotta punch at my level, right?
I was in Toronto and I said I would trade all these pretty ass big city girls. I trade all of them in for one farmer chick from the East Coast. Because
the Scotian women.
The hospitality is different. So I haven't even really talked about what I've done in my bi-weekly update.
He done a lot of Toronto women.
Whoa.
And maybe, if, you know what, just to touch back on this pretty girl shit.
Go.
You know,
here we go.
Maybe we should be engaging the women that are really smart, or really driven, or really artistic, or really all of these other things, because women have confidence when they value themselves on something else that they are fucking good at. But if you gotta find someone that loves themselves. And listen, you gotta find ways to love yourself for yourself, not be told why you should love yourself. So that there's some self responsibility in that. I think. Yeah, Because despite surgery and however much money you want to drop on it, I know we're gonna talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
Everybody ages.
That's right.
And nothing stays up. Gravity always wins.
Yep. So
no one lives forever.
Give me a kind soul.
Exactly.
Give me a kind soul from a good home.
Oh man.
Some country ass farm chick.
I'm down. Yo.
Maybe she'll own an orchard or something down in the valley.
So now I'm hanging out in the middle of nature. Beautiful. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But what if...
Go.
Okay, devil's advocate.
Yes.
What if these big city girls, they just have a different viewpoint?
What do you...
But
I guarantee they do.
But they're still valuable. They can still provide great value in a relationship.
You just have to have values that align.
You
gotta value the same shit.
What are the values?
You gotta value the same stuff and kind of be wanting to move in the same direction, because they definitely have value, but for who?
Well, yeah.
Because I was in Toronto, and I was using the Tinder because I was in a place.
Better or worse selection than here?
Oh yeah, good question.
Because you'd assume
volume, fire.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley has historically said Toronto has some of the most beautiful women
I'd agree.
in the world. Bruh.
I would agree.
Stupid. Wild. Crazy. Volume, nutty.
But quality.
One of these girls actually told me that she wanted to hang out with me, but she was starting her period and she was getting lip injections the next day.
You know what? Talk dirty to me. Yeah. Yes. That is just the hottest
I
ever.
got some red towels.
Whoa.
Sorry about that.
So wait a second. No, I'm not even gonna say it.
Quality. You talking about quality?
Okay, so our lips.
I just can't. I can't.
Neither did I.
No, I can't.
Neither did I.
No.
I mean, I don't. Hey, do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta
Do what
do.
you
No,
gotta
I
do.
know. I'm just
But
not gonna say some
That was
things.
kind of
I was-
funny. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And you know what happened? You know what happened though? It was a lot of like I would have conversations with people, and you would get to like, all right, let's do something, and then you'd like there was this one person where they were all over my Instagram story. And they were like, yeah, I'm crying right now. That shit was funny. They're all over my Instagram, and I seen it, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like they're paying attention to me, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm working. I got to do this and that. And I was like, you ain't working. You on my Instagram story. In a joking way. They said, why you being so rude for? Unfollowed, bye sir, gone. Conversation over.
What?
Oh.
Bruh. I was like,
Just like that.
what?
Huh.
And when there's volume,
It doesn't matter. Like, okay, bye. Girl. Right.
Oh
but
my
even
God.
for the women.
It's volume for them.
But I feel like it's not. I feel like there's probably I feel like women have it better on online dating sites because women have vaginas, so like
Okay, see, at some point we gotta have another woman on the show that actually uses like Tinder or whatever, because I can't speak for. I can tell you that I don't use Tinder, and I still get a lot of unsolicited dick pics. So I can only imagine the kind of
Just
shit
in your email?
that women.
oh my
Facebook
God.
Messenger,
Oh my fuck.
What?
People that you
just
know?
like shit. Some yeah, some no.
Oh wow.
Low.
Listen, man.
Hashtag
I don't know
stroke
why.
music.
Ew, no. I don't know why. Like, there's just no context.
There's a video of them stroking with Lauren saying stroke music on repeat.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Watching the
Oh
promo
my
video
God.
of Lauren's face when she's eating food. Hashtag stroke music.
So yes, at some point I would love to hear
just
about
fuck.
like the tactics that men use on Tinder
Ooh.
with women.
that's
'Cause I
crazy.
can't speak to that.
Can we find some successful relationships that have blossomed through Tinder and maybe talk to them? Because that'd be really
J-Ro and
yeah, that'd be cool.
his lady.
That'd be cool. Because again, like I said, I've had some luck, but I had luck with East Coast people who like they weren't. I feel like there was time and investment into the conversation versus all right, well, there's probably 4,000 other people who have swiped right to my photograph, and you can't really know if you like a person based on a photograph, and when everything's based on physical appearance off the jump, which
So I mean, you can't feel any like energy. You know?
it's weird, yo.
So
It's an energy thing.
that's what kind of freaks me out though about this generation with the apps and all that. So say I met somebody who I was serious about, there's gonna be this part of me that's not gonna want to delete the app and still keep looking just in case.
Really?
Yeah, that happens.
Just to play, you know.
happens.
And I know someone
Backup plans?
who was engaged, and the woman in the guy was a man and a woman, and the woman in the relationship had been doing that and found a backup that was, hey, I think I'm just gonna
Unbeknownst
switch.
to
What?
fiance.
yeah, they let the dude go. They broke off the marriage and went for one of the backup dudes from that they were swiping on. So,
But they're engaged though. That's
yeah,
you shouldn't have Tinder when
you
you're
should stop
engaged.
at that point.
But back to my point of taking time to know people. If I just met you and I've hung out with you 4 times, am I supposed to put all of my eggs in your basket and believe that like this complete and that's the thing. But like eventually you do have to say, all right, I'm gonna commit to
I was just
getting
gonna
to
say,
know
but
this
at what
person.
point you buy in and you're like, yeah, I'm in.
I did that in my last situation, and then I was told even when I did do that, I didn't do that. So then you're like, all right, well, I'm trying, and I'm not being fucking dating, man.
I had such mixed feelings about that because I was always like, I'm the nice guy, and girls are never nice to me. Nice guys finish last. That was always my narrative.
Yeah.
And I would always date one girl, and I'd get really into her and try to like make a relationship out of something that probably shouldn't be a relationship. But then I started having more success when I didn't put all of my energy into this one girl, and I would be dating like 2 or 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And then like you can't call every day because you just can't. You just don't have the time.
It's a fact.
Too much on my plate.
It's just too much to deal with, right? So then you eventually start to realize they start to like you more because you're not like up their hole all the time.
Facts.
And
that's true.
And you're not as like
which hole?
You're
Duane's,
not.
Come on, step it up.
Yeah, you just don't have as like you don't reek of desperation. So you know, it's like I think that was part of it too. Like I reeked of desperation.
But what's desperation now?
Oh, great question.
What is desperation now?
Yes.
What is too much too soon?
Ooh.
Because I've been hearing some stories about some things that don't really sound very clingy or like a lot in my mind.
But are viewed as such.
But well, if someone ghosts you, I assume that means I'm not interested or something of the sort.
Ghosting is like, remember when you had to like say, you know what? No thanks.
Yeah, remember when people actually had to discuss things that were uncomfortable, period, about lots of things?
Actually, not necessarily. So I'm from old school ghosting, where the girl just changes her number or moves, and then you're like, oh shit, she's gone. There's no social media to just talk about.
Yeah, I've actually relocated. Sorry.
And then you can't find her. Like you start hitting up her friends, and they're not giving you any information, and then you're just like,
she's gone.
Okay.
She's out of here for real. Wow, this is great. This is a great story. We still haven't talked about what I've done over the last 2 weeks. But I think the online, I think this has been like the Terrence relationship half-hour segment.
Pretty much.
And it's a thing that I've also had. I don't talk about on the show, and I also don't talk about it because I'm sitting between 2 people who are engaged and married, and there's this. I know we're all meant to have our thing when we're supposed to have our thing, and find it when we do. But there's this pressure that we're not even. I don't even want to know. Like I don't need it. I don't want it. But it's like, oh, but you should have it.
I don't feel that way. I'm always living vicariously through people telling me stories of them doing wild shit. So I'm just like,
right?
I enjoy the stories.
But you always want what you can't have.
Yeah, I guess.
Hillary tells me that all the time. She's like, it's shit, Lauren. It's straight up shit. For the most part, trash.
Yeah, it
makes for good story fodder, and that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'm not in no rush because
good for you.
I'll be in Scotland.
Let's say, are you having any fun though?
Being a single dude?
Yeah, I just mean in life in general.
Oh,
yeah,
life
pretty
in
sure you're having
general?
some fun. It's not like this is,
Terrence is having fun as a single dude. In general, I'm working too much. Like,
yup.
I'm just working too much. That's why I'm trying to like almost find a person, because when I don't have to think about work and I've spent time with people who help me not think about work, I'm like, oh, I just love being with this person that distracts me from something that I really shouldn't be focusing on as much as I do anyway.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. But then when you're like, all right, well, I don't have to devote this time to this person, and I can just keep working because I got a goal I haven't accomplished yet, and I got to get to that because love will find me when it's supposed to. Then you're like, all right, just keep working. So you ain't work till you're exhausted.
Yep.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I feel ya.
I'm on the train. I'm moving pretty swiftly. I'm literally finding like little pockets of time randomly throughout the day to be like, I can't do anything right now, and I'm not going to.
Listen, I napped at work last week.
Yeah.
In the gym
Why not?
on a yoga mat with a yoga block as a pillow and put my sweater over my eyeballs. And I slept for 45 minutes.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah.
I was like, I am going to cry. It was right before the reverse panel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was Thursday.
Yeah. It's a lot, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, joining CGS and the SCI team and creating the content that we're doing, I love it. I appreciate it. It's like, it's good for me, but it's just a lot plus everything else that's happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I feel like I've been moving at a pace so fast that if you were to ask me what I've done over the last few weeks, probably couldn't tell you. Like, beyond the last maybe like 2.5 days. Mm-hmm. Just like, I don't know.
I'm right there with you.
I have no idea. And it's not good. Mm-hmm. And my sister is going back to school in like 2 weeks. I'm leaving for Scotland in a week. Mm. I'm like, the whole summer went by, and what the fuck did I do?
I was gonna try so hard to get out to like the cottage, do this, because I said I'm not missing another summer, and then I decided to coach.
You missed another summer.
And I missed another summer, and here we are. It is August 26th.
This shit went by so fucking fast, yo. Like, stupid fast.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I have
Wow,
mixed
bummer.
feelings about it. Like the summer, I loved how hot this summer was. A lot of people complained, but it just felt like home for me. So I loved
I
it.
figured you were liking that shit, but I mean, 3 weeks of that was
It was rough.
uncharacteristic
I'm not gonna lie.
climate change.
Upstairs at CGS was brutal.
It was uncomfortable. I'm not. Yeah, it definitely was uncomfortable. But at the same time, whenever I started to feel uncomfortable, I was like, I would picture myself shoveling my driveway for 2 hours, and then I'd be like, the sun. I love the sun.
Yo. Wow.
As long as possible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What else did I do? What else is happening this week? I just worked too much. And I'll be away. So we have a bunch of episodes we got to pre-record before I take off. This episode's going to be... We're at an hour and a half right now.
Wow. Jeez.
So we're going to split this. We haven't gotten to any of the topics that are on our...
That's okay. We just pick a couple.
Well, no, it's fine, because I think we needed a week, hour and a half a recap of our lives for the people.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do now is... No, we didn't. We didn't. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fade this episode out, because that's... Okay, so did I do anything else? No, I have my Instagram back. I'm okay with trolling. I think trolling's going to be fun. There's a lot of jokes I want to crack, and I want to not have them held against me. So I'm prefacing everything I say with, I'm trolling now.
Okay.
Some of the things I say will be very insightful. Some of them I'll just be being an asshole. Some of them I'm hoping are funny. I hope that you laugh. And I'm on my Drake sending subs. Shit. And you know who I'm talking about if I'm talking about you. And I do the things I do very tactfully and purposefully. It's never to be mean, but it's like, hey, what up? No matter how you feel about me, I'm still thinking about you. And there's always love. But I'm going to get these jokes off. Because we all need to laugh in life. So, the internet's not a real place anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So, let's get our jokes off. We were supposed to open the show with... I got my Instagram back. I posted a picture yesterday. It was of Duane. It's Art Pays Me t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, much love.
Yeah.
Kylie Nunn photography.
People fucking love that photo.
That photo is
fire.
flames. So shouts to Kylie for taking that. And the caption was vote for Dwayne Jones. Art Pays Me, best designer. the coast, best of Halifax. So I'm gonna post another picture because I have a really dope photograph in Peter's Undertaker Clout Tour.
Okay.
So much love to Peter. Make sure we vote for Peter. And how do you feel that you and Peter are both in the same category and essentially like competing against each other?
It's I like it, and I like it in the sense of whole team winning. If
Facts.
Totally.
If Pete wins, congratulations. If I win, great. But much love and respect to Pete.
Yeah.
The more people, I mean, Lisa Drada Murphy, she reached out to me. I reached out to her, and she gave me some advice that led me to some of the choices that I've made in my career. So she's on the list. Fucking shouts out to her.
Kadane Ivy.
Yeah, she's on the list, and her and I collabed this year. She's on there twice.
Yeah.
So, you know, if she wins, congrats to her.
Love.
You know what I
Whole
mean?
team winning.
Like, so I just feel, you know, of course I want to win. That's how I am. I'm a competitive person. I am. I'm an athlete. But at the same time, you know, much love and congrats to whoever does.
Yeah. So you're there for best designer. Peter and Beasley are there for best designer.
You're there for best videographer.
Yes, indeed.
I'm up there for best filmmaker. So I actually have a really dope short film that I will be releasing. I'll probably put it up this week. It's done. It's been done for like a week and some change, but I'll probably put it up this week. Full Court 21. Will Strickland came through the show. Kylie and she shot it in still. I shot it in moving image form, and I put together a 12-minute short film.
When do you think it'll be done?
It's amazing.
And when do you think it'll be done?
Oh, it's finished. I probably put it out this week sometime.
Well, I was saying you could send it to me, and I could just say to vote for Terrence or whatever. Or should I just repost the Moments in Culture video?
You could do both of them if you really feeling froggy.
All right.
Leap, Papa. But yeah, I think I had it in the stash, and I was like, yo, like this voting thing of like best filmmaker, and I'm like, I got this piece of film that I probably should show people considering the voting ends September 16th. So make sure you get your votes in. bestofhalifax.ca.
And who else should they be voting for?
And you know that there's another really dope group of people that are up there. I think it's in the best podcast category.
I think so.
It might be in the best podcast. I think the podcast is called Changing the Narrative. I think it's 3 beautiful humans, entrepreneurs of color, talking about their lives as entrepreneurs. And we talking pop culture, we talking about life, we talking about the experiences that we go through, and it's the voice of the people. And I'm only saying that because enough people have come to me and been like, yo, that shit is dope, because I feel like I'm sitting on the couch with y'all. I feel like I love the show because it's people from our city. It's business people from our city who are showing how shit can be done.
Yeah.
And
there are lots of people that aren't from here that are tuning in. So that's really cool.
That's also facts. That's also super facts. So much love to the listeners. We on the YouTube, the Facebook, the Apple Podcasts, all that shit. Make sure you keep listening. Make sure you share. You tell a friend. Review. But make sure you get over to that best of Halifax with .ca or .com. Yeah, bestofhalifax.com. Get your vote in. Podcast is under media. What's
there is a bit
yours
of
is under fashion.
Yeah, fashion, fast fashion designer.
I think mine might. I think filmmaker might be under culture.
Yeah, it was weird. I remember looking for it. You know, it was in a weird spot.
Culture, media, and fashion. That's where you can find us. So now we're gonna fade this out, and we're gonna start the next show talking about voting for us again. We'll see you next week.